All right, hello everyone, it's silverkyle, and today we are going to be taking a look at the 2022 reprint of the Death and Return of Superman Omnibus. This, I believe, is the fourth printing of this book, and incredibly important to comics back in the 90s. I mean, this was a massive event. I remember hearing about it, and then eventually, like, not long after it had happened, I ended up trading a few of my single issues for a trade paperback of the Death of Superman that just blew me away. I had no idea that trade paperbacks existed back then in the 90s. I mean, I was a kid. And to be able to read a book from start to finish and have the whole arc story, that was insane. That was the first time I read a full arc from comics, so I was really excited back then. 1,408 pages in this behemoth. We're going to take a look at the pricing and all that. So where is it? 150 in the US, 195 in Canada. I ended up getting this for 143. 143 from indigo.ca with a 30% promotion kind of thing that they were running. Printed and bound in Canada. That might be why I got it a little bit earlier. I think this is dropping on May 31st. And it includes all right, so Action Comics 683 to 692, Annual number 5, The Adventures of Superman 496 to 505, Annual number 5, Green Lantern 46, Justice League America 6970, Superman the Man of Steel 17 to 26, Annual number 2, Superman 73 to 83, and Annual number 5, Supergirl and Team Luthor Special number 1, News Time, The Life and Death of Superman, and Superman, The Legacy of Superman number 1. Also collects the first underground foldout from Superman 75. All right, that is a crazy amount. Let's go on, we'll take a look at the flaps. I love these flaps. They're glossy as well, so you can kind of see the shine a little bit there. And they're absolutely gorgeous from the battle against Doomsday over there. He's also shiny. All right. I like the newspaper clippings for the inside there. We'll take a look at the art. This is always hard to do, especially with a big book like this. There we go. Really nice. Hardcover. Back on here. Okay. Now, DC, considering how big this book is, DC did a great job with it. I'm really happy. Like, first of all, just, that's really cool. The newspaper of it, The Man of Steel dies defending city. That's just well done. Well done. I feel like because it's such an important book, but also because of it's Superman, and Superman doesn't get necessarily a lot of omnibus from this era. Like, it's the golden age, there's quite a bit of Superman, but like, I'm surprised because Superman is DC. It's Superman and Batman. Those are your two main characters. Superman is probably even arguably more well known than Batman is. It's probably up there, but Superman is definitely the most popular superhero comic of all time, I think. And also, okay, like, it's 408 pages, and we can get that. I'm excited. I'm already excited. All right, let's take a look. Here we have the creators. I just feel like the omnibus itself feels like it's a big deal, and I really like that. Table of contents, and then we get the first introduction. The last few pages where Doomsday shows up, and it's just his fist finally cracking through, and then we go into Superman the Man of Steel number 18. Also, this is really cool too. This triangle kind of shows you if you were collecting a bunch of different Superman titles, so this is Man of Steel 18, but this is number 45 if you're collecting, depending on if you're collecting all the Superman issues. I don't really like when there's crossovers and stuff like that, but I mean, for something as big as this, you would kind of want to continue getting them in the order and be able to read them in order. And we dive right into it. There is sometimes that they do have the numbers there, not necessarily always. And the other thing too is that they're not giving us virgin covers. They're giving us the actual covers with all that information, how much it was, the issue 45 there. I like a lot of this kind of stuff. So I owned the Death of Superman, which had not necessarily everything here. I think this issue was in it because I've seen this issue numerous times though, so I don't know if it's actually in that trade paperback. And then I traded the trade paperback later on down the road, I think with the same guy for other comics. We just kept trading comic books back and forth. So we're 24 pages in. Here's a 2-page spread, and we can read it. They did great job. It's a thick, it's also a thick, glossy paper. I'm really happy with this so far. It's just, this is what I want from an omnibus. So I think that, yeah, I had the Death of Superman. I honestly don't remember. Like this, I remember this cover. I don't remember if this rings a bell, but I've seen this since I had that trade paperback. So I'm trying to remember what I had actually in that trade paperback. I had some single issues of some Return of Supermans afterwards. So I had the trade paperback that I had years after this had happened. I'm thinking like mid to late 90s is when I would have had that. Maybe when I was 10, so 96, no, maybe 97, 98. So I might have been 12 at the time. Here's that number 46. So I think the other one, like they do add extra things in here. What was in this was Justice League, so it doesn't have that. This isn't number 46 because 46 is only meant for Superman titles. So we had Superman, Man of Steel, I think it was, now at 45. Now we've got Superman, which is 46. Number 74 for Superman. It's confusing. Comic books are just great. I like a lot of the art from back here. This is just my kind of art. Like 90s is so iconic to me. And the colors pop. The battles pop. The specific battle, like, oh, it just keeps getting better. Doomsday's costume is slowly falling off of him, getting ripped up. It's really, 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 really nice. All right, so that's 80 pages in. I kind of want to skip a little bit ahead to kind of get to the main meat of the book. But I mean, this is a battle that lasts quite a long time. I think that's it. There. So the Death of Superman actual issue, minor spoiler. I mean, it's called The Death and Return of Superman, but here we have it. And it's every page. They're not splitting it up. You get a full page of this incredible artwork. Like that's what was on the side there. I remember this one so specifically. Trying to see. That's a good one there. That one with his fist coming out. Just such an awesome battle. And I think, where's the... Is this it? Yeah. This image is so iconic, but we actually get a fold out. That's wild. That's so cool. Great work. I really enjoyed this. I mean, for what it was, I don't have as much. I haven't read as much of the return portions. And then we have just a few things in here in between. Then we kind of go on and continue on with the story. A lot of things happens, and I've never finished this entirely because there's so much that kind of goes on. I just had that trade that I had from before, and I read The Death of Superman sometime in the 2000s again, probably 2011, 2012, something like that. And then I'm just gonna put that a little bit more in the middle. So we're getting closer to the middle of the book here, and we can see that it is opening up nicely. It's not wanting to shut on itself at all. Good stuff, good stuff. I remember that issue. I think I had this issue. I need to see the cup. Yeah. So I had this issue. So I was collecting in 93. That's wild. Because I had the trade for that one. And I feel like I got that so much later. But this is one of the first, I think this might be the first issue that I have of Superman, because I can't think of anything from before. And I know I have some later ones here for the return portion. Didn't have that one. 2-page spread. So if you open it up, I leave it there. They also add, if you can see it in the middle there, there's a white line. So they kind of have a spacer in between so you don't get as much gutter loss as well, which was, I like it when they do that. I'm trying to find the other issues that I might have had. Ooh, it looks somewhat familiar. No, it didn't have that one. That's those spacers again are really helping. That white line in the middle really helps for those 2-page spreads, which there's quite a bit of in this book. As I was kind of going through it, I feel like this. I think I had this one. Yeah. I had this one and another one around here. Anyway, I mean, it's not, but still, for some reason, to me, this issue right here is super iconic to me. That looks so awesome. Everything looks so good. So anyway, let's just go to the extras, and then we'll take a look at the binding. See how well they did with spine. Near the end of the book, I mean, it's just open. They did great with this. That's really cool. If only we could go back once in a while to this. I was able to see the sewn binding right there. I don't know if you can see it, but that's one, and there's one, there's one. Yep. Anyway, let's go. Oh, let's take another look at that. That's cool. I think that's another cover that they have for this book. Let's go. What was it, 1,400 pages? So 700-ish. That's pretty close. Maybe right there. Let's go with this, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. All right, so that's where I was, and it's close to the middle. So just to give you an idea of what it looks like, I'm going to push that up a little bit more, and I can fix that later. But that's what it looks like as you're in close to the middle. I didn't have to stretch it out too much, so I think that if you just read this, it'll really help. And so then we can see that even with all of this here, right, it's still laying flat. Like, that's well done. Anyway, that's the Death and Return of Superman Omnibus. Thank you all for watching. Let me know if you read this, what your thoughts of it are, what your thoughts are about it, and we'll talk to y'all next time. Thank you. You've been bearded in. Beardage.